Hi, my name is Lee Marvin. I am the vocalist and bassist of the band The Airwaves. I also am a rock and opera musician. I've been singing for over 10 years now, studying opera and studying the voice extensively. I've managed to somehow create a bridge that gaps rock and opera. It was a lot of work to find my voice in both different genres, but because of the technique and the classical training that opera gave me, it made my singing in rock all the more stronger. Here's a French song called Les Berceaux. Le long du quai, les grands vaisseaux, que là-haut l'incline en silence. Even though I'm singing in a lower part of my range, I'm not letting it fall straight into my chest voice. I'm keeping it all in my diaphragm. A lot of rock musicians fall into a very dangerous trap where they sing too much in their throat. They abuse their vocal cords because they weren't properly trained, unfortunately. There's a lot of growl vocals and stuff that go into it too that could potentially damage your voice if you don't do it the right way. The thing technically that is very different from singing opera and rock for me wasn't the breathing, wasn't the resonance and where you place things. It was vowels. When you are singing opera, the shape of my face, I tend to sing more vertically, like I'm not singing ah, I'm singing oh. It's resonating differently, especially in like when you're singing Italian arias, art songs. Their vowels are very pure, so you're going to sing very, like I said, vertically. You also want a more pure tone. You don't want any rasp in there. You want it to shimmer. It's a different sound. When you're singing rock, however, the one thing that can help you, just spread your vowels. Rock music, you can afford to have a little bit of rasp in your voice. You can have a little bit of that growl, but you need to do it smartly. Always breathe from your diaphragm. Be aware of your resonance in here. When you're singing rock, you don't want to get lazy and you don't want to feel like everything's falling into your chest and stuff like that, but you still want that rock sound. To put these things into practice, here is one of our songs, Blood. The Airwaves has a music video out for this song, and it's one of my favorites. What if I told you that what you're fighting for, it don't exist except in your head. Ba, ba, ba. Is it trouble in paradise? Is it too late for a midnight line? Don't tell me San Francisco's burning again. So you see, another song that's in the lower part of my range, but you're able to resonate with proper breathing. You're able to get the different tones that you want with proper posture. Playing bass and singing at the same time, I struggled with posture a lot because, you know, posture is everything when you're a classical singer and you're standing in place and you need to sing an entire aria for 10 minutes. But when you're jumping around on stage and you're like playing the bass and you're interacting with the audience in a rock setting, it's a lot harder to pay attention to those things. So you really need to be a smart musician to be a good rock musician. And you need to keep those things in mind constantly when you're singing. So like I said, you can sing rock until you're like 65 years old. Or older. You know, I mean, the Rolling Stones are still doing it.